What's up, y'all? Good Monday. Good to see y'all. Listen, y'all. If y'all don't know, this is TFG Tonight, and I'm your host, Mr. Haynes. And this is the best morning show that you can watch at night. Y'all listen, that's Devin, that's Lee, and that's Kenny.
I'm trying to be nice.
Black said we got two Americans.
Say to my brother Black, man, I think you could be a preacher. I ain't never heard somebody that use a curse word and then read a scripture right after.
So let me state for the record, I am a misogynist. You know,
Pull out your card, Doc. He's
and I'm a chauvinist as well. Anybody who knows me knows that.
That's right.
Now I can go back to minding my own business. Either that boy is Benjamin Button or somebody lying.
And listen, and that boy may be mentally 12, but he's 34.
You bad boy, you don't do it again.
I'll let Black articulate a little bit better than that.
Nope.
Okay.
Never mind.
It's good for the soul. It's like medicine, right?
Yeah, for real.
That's all I gotta say. I wish I had one of them applause buttons to, like that.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
What up, y'all? What up? Listen. See, that's what you get for doing work late. I'm working late. I got stuff up. It's Monday, and y'all, we got the family here and everybody here. So I ain't gonna play around because I'm gonna hit them with something a little early. Gentlemen, madam, everybody doing all right?
What up?
Sure.
Yes.
Happy Monday.
Listen, I just want the family to know everybody's drinking, including me. But I'm the only one that's drinking legally. Everybody else.
Hey, we drink legally.
Y'all
We of age.
That's right. Y'all of age. Yeah. But y'all couldn't, some of those drinks y'all drinking, y'all couldn't get them off them cruise ships, though. I wouldn't say that.
Need you to quit drinking them Capri Suns and get you some good stuff.
Whatever. Listen, I told you Women's Month is over with now. I'm gonna come get you. That's all right. I'm gonna come get you. So listen, hey, I need to do some housekeeping from last week because the family didn't get to hear what we were talking about. Now, y'all was talking about that gooch last week now. I'm sorry, but it was something that came up that I was really interested about. And I asked Black, I said, now wait a minute. I grew up watching The Different Strokes. And then they call that boy's bully the gooch.
You right?
And y'all mean to tell me they let that ride on television, calling somebody a genital? Well, I mean, a private part or something? I said, okay. Well, I had to like go back and look at my childhood again. Maybe that's why we were so sexual. They were just giving us all these messages.
I don't know. That came out of left field. I don't even know what to say about that one.
I've been waiting 7 days to talk about that.
I have no response or no reply.
All right. Well, I just want the family to know. We listen. I just had to clear that up. I said that don't make no sense because we got educated really well last week. So I just want y'all to know. All right, y'all. Listen, talking points. If we say something you like, please by all means send us a little love. It's scrolling down at the bottom, and if not, whatever, we still gonna do what we do. But I won't play around with the time. We just gonna keep up with politics. And so I got a couple of things I want to talk about. Number one, Ukraine finally got their money. Now I don't know how late that is, but I'll tell you like this, and I still don't trust them. But apparently, the GOP speaker had a meeting with the CIA, the head of the CIA, and I don't know what he said to that white man, but that white man got up off his butt and gave them folk their money. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this was a little telling to me because he said, I'd rather send them bullets than to send them my boys. And I said, how selfish of you, because his son is just about to start the Naval Academy. Whatever, but I said that sounds just like privilege to me, and I just said, okay, well, we're gonna find out. They sending them $60 billion again. I don't know where we keep getting all this money from, because they show be acting funny with us. Right. But whatever. So I just want to say that part. So anybody got something on that? Because I got two more things I want to talk about politics wise. Okay. Well, then secondly, and I do want to hear from y'all about this one. Now, you know, Trump trial started today, but over the week, I mean, Friday, some dude set himself on fire. Man, I don't understand. I have a question. And again, I get it, but you know, but we've been so desensitized because we watch so much on television, you know what I'm saying, that these things no longer, you know, put us in shock, right? But I got a question. Is it just an uncommon a thing that we believe that everybody who support Trump is racist?
Not for me.
Really?
Yeah,
Why
not
not?
for me. Not for me.
What
Because I live by a simple principle that a person is smart and people are very stupid.
Okay.
And I've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah,
and
man.
History has taught us that you would not have had the rise of a Hitler, a Mussolini, or some of the other more horrible leaders in history if it was just based on the fact that it was hatred or racism. People are very easily swayed because of groupthink, in my opinion. And so, you know, Trump for me is no different.
Yeah.
It doesn't cease to amaze me of how people are easily swayed. And I've said this many times. I can stand out in public, and if I hold up a rock long enough and say, "This is my God, this is who I'm praying to,"
Yeah.
I do that enough and shout at the rain, so to speak. And ironically, somebody's going to say, "You know what? Maybe he's onto something."
Yeah.
And that Forrest Gump moment when you see the movie Forrest Gump, that you see an idiot running, and they just ran behind him from state to state to state to state without even knowing what the hell he was running for. And so when I think about the Trump supporters, you've got thrown in there your sycophants who truly believe him. You have your hodgepodge bag of racists, but believe it or not, there's just a bunch of dumbass people, and I work with them every day.
Right. So let me ask you this, sister. How closely do we believe that mental illness is to just even religious zealots? Because I mean, something has to be wrong with people to kind of believe some of the things that they believe in. That again, that was a white man that set himself on fire, but nobody, he dead now, but nobody know what this dude was doing and why he was doing it. Hey, Carl, what you thinking?
Hey, what's up, CC?
Funny thing is, I definitely think that it's related to mental illness. Even in our little hospital in this town, I remember at least 2 people that we've cared for that caught themselves on fire. As a means to get attention by their family members. One dude not only caught himself on fire, but he also stuck a knife down his throat. Stuck a knife in his throat, in his mouth, and set himself on fire. And I feel like sometimes people they have some kind of underlining either schizophrenia or disorder or something going on that's not diagnosed. And that's why they're excruciating pain like that to get a point across. He just, I mean, who knows? Like a voice could have told him to set himself on fire, and it may have had nothing really to do with Trump, but there was enough people there to see. It may have been more for the audience than it was about Trump.
Yeah, and I agree. And again, Kenny, I just want to ask this because even with artificial intelligence, I know we showed you put on in our little group chat about that little music video that song that AI did. But I mean, bro, like we are desensitizing ourselves. More people are becoming more unhealthy mentally. I mean, and now AI is going to just give us whatever they want us to see. I see Armageddon. I see the path of the world coming to its own demise. I don't know, man. I mean, what you thinking, bro?
I think we as a people we can be easily duped, and I think one of the reasons why is because we base a lot of our decisions off of emotions. rather than logic. And again, I lump politicians, car salesmen, and I have to say this preachers all in the same group because they know how to sway a person's opinion and to get them to believe something that they probably aren't smart enough to go and do the research and learn for themselves. So again, especially politics, we've seen this with Trump. But he ain't the first politician that's the fed the Kool-Aid to the people to get them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say it's all Trump. But again, when you have a man like this that set himself on fire because he's worshiping another man, to me, I'm like Lady D, I think that's a mental issue there.
Oh no, most definitely. Yeah. So again, I know why they separated religion and politics, because if smart people really look really deep, y'all would figure out that they were Siamese twins. If I'm just being honest with you. So, you know, but that's it. But again, Trump trial started today, man. The funny thing about that trial is I found very interesting. That dude paid the doorman who saw them women going up into his building $30,000 to keep quiet.
Wow. Oh, did he?
$30,000 to shut his mouth.
Wow.
I said that money is a powerful thing, ain't it? Girl said, facts, Kenny. I think they're too lazy to look things up for themselves. And even if they do, they can't read, Curl, so don't worry about it. So anyway, but you know, that's a part of it. But I'm not excited about where we're headed in this. And I ain't even saying the country, this world.
Well, to that point, I wish you would do a show on that, Brother Brenton, because that's a whole nother topic. And you, as a man of God, you can appreciate that. You know, that's why, you know, Jesus Christ said, "My kingdom was no part of this world," and more atrocities have been committed in the name of religion than all wars combined. You know, when you bring in religious fervor, and then you bring in the political element, it's a recipe for disaster. And that you mentioned the word Armageddon, I watch the signs, and we are in for something special.
Well, listen, man, we could definitely do it. Let's talk about it and see what month if we can do it either next month or the month after, something like that. And yeah, let's get it going, man. Because I know I can't think of the man's name. Craig, he wants to do some conversation about this. So yeah,
right.
We'll get it done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll keep y'all posted though. Amazon, if they couldn't take over nothing else, they won't take over one more thing. So they want to offer us internet. And they got enough subscribers to do it. Why are you clapping?
Because we need another major player in the game to level the playing field. To be honest, and they're the Walmart of internet. I hope. You know, there's a reason why Walmart can offer food at the lowest prices, because they've monopolized the market. And so if Amazon jumps in this market, they'll do for internet what streaming services did to cable.
Yes, you're right. So just to be clear, Amazon received FCC approval for its new service earlier this year. That means it can start testing up to 1,000 of its satellite dishes. 1,000 satellite dishes, y'all. Oh my goodness. It says Amazon will be launching satellites this year to get the testing started. Andy Jassy, the CEO, revealed he updated shareholders about the internet service, and in a recent letter in October, he stated that they have prototype satellites launched into space and successfully validated all key systems. Man, if that internet hold pretty good, man, that's gonna do some damage. Y'all switching?
That's the key.
I am.
That's the key, Brenton, what you just said. I think most of us sitting here, we probably all have, I don't know who all our wireless cable, people are, but we all have issues with our wireless people that we carry. Carol says Amazon can't be any worse than what's out here. That's my point exactly, because that's what I'm with, is with Optimum. We with Optimum right now. And it's in and out, it's shaky. So I think, I'm like Brother Black, I think you have to have more competition to get better service. So I'm all for it. If Amazon, y'all gonna come with it, y'all gonna bring a better service, Of course, give customers more options. That's the way I look at it.
And the thing about Amazon's brand, they not like mom and pop stores, man. They a proven brand. Everything
Amazon
they've done
ain't going nowhere, right?
That's
They
what
ain't
I'm
going
saying.
nowhere.
Listen, man, I am a fervent investor in Amazon because shoot, I am, brother. I ain't gonna play around. they gets my money every month. I invest, Doc. So I'm just saying. So I know, man, but I just nobody thinks they're gonna fail. They got enough money. Because again, y'all, they're trying to get everybody to get these goggles on their eyes so that y'all seen the movie Ready Player One. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? They want us isolated and in our houses. So when they start blowing stuff up, anyway, y'all ain't gonna know what's going on. I mean, sister, you getting Amazon?
I'm gonna wait about 6 months till everybody else try it out first. And then I'll
Get the
jump
bug.
No, I'm with you on that
Smart
too, Lady D.
Smart
Me too.
woman.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I ain't gonna jump on it. I'll wait for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. I ain't in no hurry, but we're gonna let them get them kinks out first for sure, and then we're gonna get that. Craig, would you say having multiple options also prevent price
Yeah,
gouges?
price gouges.
I agree.
Yep,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So she said,
That's what I was laughing at.
Oh, she said, I don't know how you would. You'd have some more money in that wallet. I know it. Good for y'all.
Hey, speaking to someone that loves Amazon, I think we got somebody on the Lady D. Aren't you a big Amazon shopper?
Yeah, they send her coupons all the time. Buy one, get one free. Yeah, she always getting that.
I believe so. She froze. You there?
She here. She's shaking her head. Yeah.
Oh, okay. She's shaking her head. Okay.
I guess she don't. Oh, maybe she is frozen.
I think she is frozen.
Okay, yeah.
But I did give up my Amazon Prime membership.
Oh,
there she goes now.
I was. My Wi-Fi is straight today.
And you don't want to switch yet? Look at you. You better tell them you switching, and then it'll start working.
Right.
Yeah.
The irony in that. We're talking about Amazon Wire.
That's it. Right. So yeah, she gonna sign up now. All right, listen, y'all. I can't make this stuff up, y'all. There's a woman, man. Have y'all ever been scammed before?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, how bad was it, Black?
I've had a few scams, I was scammed by the three card Monty scam. I've had my identity stolen. Not too long ago, bought fake watches on the internet and never got my money back. Yeah, I get hit too often, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I'm a frequent internet purchaser.
Oh, I thought you said because you're a freak.
Yeah.
I thought that's what he's getting ready to say too.
No.
I thought that's what he's getting ready to say too.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, okay, I got you. Grace, I love Amazon, but they need to work out their delivery.
That's why I gave up Amazon Prime.
Really?
I rescinded my membership because the service has gotten bad. Yep.
Okay. Well,
really? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, listen, NBC is reporting a woman, I don't know where she is, Rio de Janeiro. She went to the bank and had a elderly person in a wheelchair try to sign up for a loan. She's acting like she was their caregiver, and she was trying to get them to sign up for a loan. But here's the problem. They were doing this Weekend at Bernie's situation. The person in the wheelchair wasn't even breathing.
Wow.
I said, man, are y'all? What is the word? Are we getting that bad? We didn't need that money that bad that we got to go do something like that.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
And here's a little historical fact for people. Africa is one of the Africa and India are two of the nations that are leading when it comes to internet scams and banking fraud.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Them fly head sons of bitches, they real big on that.
Listen, just full disclosure, he can't stand Africans. Can't stand Africans, Indians, Ethiopians.
I am thinking very much that we must do this.
He goes in on hey, if y'all want to hear Lee Black unfiltered, let him get on the phone with somebody from Africa. He going off. I'm gonna tell you, he going off.
Listen, y'all know he tell y'all he the black Archie Bunker. He ain't lying.
right.
Because I read that people are truly insane. Greed is rampant. Yes. I mean, sister, listen, I know we can be hard up, but you ain't gonna run nobody dead up in no bank now, is you?
Well, I don't know normally get scammed big because I'm so untrusting. So the times that I have been scammed, it's usually been by family members that are like convinced me to give them something to help them do something, or I'm finna do this. Can you help me out? But they only get one chance to get over on me.
I know
but
that's
as
right.
far as like people I don't know, I am so untrustworthy. I took my own fault. I'll be honest with you, because I don't believe nothing I see or much of nothing nobody say to me. I'm still mad that I didn't get in on them PPP loans. I missed out.
No, you ain't.
I was too scared to jump.
What? Y'all better listen. They still gonna round you up. So
no, I agree. But I.
30 grand. No, they forgave 30 grand. You know what I could have did with 30 grand?
I know that's
all right. Listen, my own kids can't scare me. They can't even ask me for gas money no more. So I don't play that.
Oh damn, bro! Really?
Right,
Come on now.
Listen, you better have a good, especially if I see you walking in here with some Popeyes and some jacket. No.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay,
no, ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny, I don't know how low down we let them get, man, but you ain't gonna pull no scam like that, is you?
No, man, I ain't pulling no wool over nobody's eyes like that. I'm too scared to do that. Yeah, and I'm too pretty to be going to prison.
Yeah, I know that's right.
I ain't trying to do nothing like that.
I know that's right.
So the internet, but the internet has provided this vast wasteland now where you can figure it out. It's funny. I think about a lot of the scams that go on. These people are like really smart. I'm like, if you put that process into scamming folks, why don't you just create a business? Obviously you got the intelligence to do it. So quit trying to scam folks, man. But anyway, I haven't been scammed. Nothing like I've been scammed by a couple of women, but you know that was just some. I just lost some money on some dinner.
Now listen, ain't nobody talking about you overpaying for some. Yeah, ain't nobody talking about that.
Wow,
that ain't what I said.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wow.
But I have overpaid though. You're right. I have overpaid.
So you ain't like, you gonna pay $7?
I ain't never overpaid, but they done robbed me.
This is a test. This is
what
I got, but that's what set my feet on the path, just like Moses. When them stole money from me, I said that they set my feet on the path. I'm gonna get them bitches back. It's the last thing I do.
Okay, I had like 4 jokes that done came to my head about you and Moses and these women, but I'm gonna move on about my business. I'm gonna move on about my business because y'all know he was a frequent freak. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna just leave that alone.
I'm gonna have to take him a window unit when he died because he.
I'm sick of you. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, all right. Y'all just be careful out there. Listen, stop answering them unknown phone calls. Stop it. Listen, listen. When I talk to people on Messenger, I be like, you need to send me a picture of you right now. So I just need to make sure I'm talking who I'm talking to. And yeah, it better be something recent. Like right now.
My mama gets scammed, and I'm not even. I wish I was lying. She gets scammed at least every 6 months by somebody on Facebook.
Wow.
And it's sometimes because you know how older people don't know nothing about Facebook.
Right.
So like I'll have an aunt or somebody that will get hacked, and then they'll miss her and
That's the biggest one.
Yeah. Ask for something and get her every time. It makes me so mad.
Wow.
Yep.
Man, I'm telling you, even my wife got to work hard for my money, so I don't play that. So anyway, all right, let me get on out of here before I get myself in trouble. Kenny, come on in here, man. I'm trying to talk myself out of something.
What's going on?
Please,
man.
Yes.
We got NBA playoffs going on. I know that's part of the big deal right now. We got the Knicks up on the Sixers 77-72 in the third quarter. We got the Lakers and the Nuggets coming up. Later, we were just talking earlier. Don't think the Lakers gonna get this game. Brother Black is like, I think the Lakers gonna win it, but I think the Nuggets gonna go up 2-0 on that game. And we got the Cavs and Magic as well playing right now. NBA playoffs, y'all check it out. That's going on all week. We got the NFL draft coming up this coming Thursday. So we had a major trade today. Not a major, but it's somewhat a big trade today. Zach Wilson, the Jets traded him to the Broncos.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What?
So
Aaron must be all right, huh?
Yeah, so they're gonna bring somebody in for Aaron, and also Matt Ryan. He retired after 15 seasons in the NFL, former Atlanta Falcons, Indianapolis Colts quarterback. So that was something was going on. But this is a story, and I know Brenton definitely want to get your take on it. I just ran across this one on the USA Today. I was on the internet, and this is about college coaches have kind of changed the way they recruit athletes because their parents. Some of the college coaches now have decided they steer away from certain athletes if their parents have too much of influence now because of the parents' behavior. Now, again, coaches, according to this article I read, and they talked to head coach of Connecticut, Dan Hurley, who just won another national championship with Connecticut. Hurley says parents can be destructive to his team if he lets them infiltrate its culture. And what he means by that is if that parent has a lot of influence over their athlete, and if maybe he's not playing that said athlete, or that athlete isn't playing out of his position, the parent can text and start stuff with their athlete that could cause some disruption. And so also Howard University head coach Kenny Blakeney said that he had to pass on a kid during recruiting because their parents, this kid parents, before he just recruiting the kid, he said, well, this is what we want. We want him to play either the 2 or the 3 if we're going to come there. And he ain't even made the team yet. Wow. So college coaches now are deciding to pass on even those talented athletes if their parents' behaviors are controlling like that. Yeah. I'd like to get you all's thoughts on this. And we've seen this at the very, very young level. I've seen this, and I got my own take on it. I'll start with you, Lady D. What you think about that? Oh, she didn't went to the – I'll start with you, Brother Black. What do you think about where we're seeing with college recruiting and with parents and their kids and all that? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I get where they're coming from, but that horse is already out of the barn. That ship is sailed. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a little too late. Once we introduced the NIL deals, and now you're paying college athletes.
And the transfer portal, yeah.
The reality is that you can stand on principle, but for every one coach like Hurley or Howard University coach who maybe have that kind of principles that they're trying to recruit character, there's 20 coaches that's going to recruit talent, and they accept the fact that you're getting a athlete that's probably going to play for you 1 to 2 years tops. And the reality is this is not new. These athletes have learned from the best that it's about their brand.
Yeah.
But this is not something that just started now. So these young athletes, now that they're making money, they're coming into professional situations already millionaires if they really have that talent. And so to try to now instill some sense of character and love of the game, that ship is sailed.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I get it, and I agree with you 100%, Black. Brother Brendan, and I definitely want to ask you this because I know your baby girl. I think she just got a scholarship, didn't she?
Yeah, man.
So,
she did.
Yeah, congratulations again for that.
Yeah,
I know that's a big feat. Parents give up a lot of time to support their athletes. A lot of people don't understand that. So in your thoughts on this? I mean, obviously, your daughter probably went through the recruiting process. You as a parent, did you want to make sure that you kind of stayed out the way a little bit, but kind of was there to kind of guide her, but let the coach know, hey, look, you the coach, I'm just the parent. I'm gonna kind of let you do your thing. What's your thoughts on it?
So, for me, and I'll try not to be long-winded because there's a lot I can say about this. I was more proactive, and what I mean by that, playing sports and just kind of being very in tune to my children's life. I saw what was important, and again, when you're growing up with other girls and you talking to other parents, you kind of see what you don't want to get involved in and what you do. And then I've made some mistakes and then I've learned from them. But ultimately, man, I wanted to put my daughter in a position that she was going to be successful. There's a lot of things, a lot of entities, or even a lot of variables that come to this thing, because if you as a parent and your child don't have reality, and both of you, everybody think your kid can go D1, you lying. And that's gonna put. I saw those parents. I saw those kids. Both of them crazy. And then you have parents that cuss their kids out because they not playing as well as the other kids, and then those kids are having a hard time trying to just even stay on the court. I saw that. So what I was doing, I was trying to be honest and put my child in the best position. Therefore, I said, well, listen, I need the right coach for her. I didn't want no new coach. I didn't want somebody who just started. I don't want to hear all the game. So my daughter, she actually went to the school that she played club volleyball for. I was able to spend time with the coach, talk to the coach. We built a relationship. That was important for me. And so and we carry the same value. And I mean, the man been doing it for 30 years, just won national championship in his division. That's where you're going. That's where you're going, right? Because again, I mean, but everybody wants to be the Lamar Ball and the Deion Sanders. They always want to get involved. Y'all not gonna be that. Right. I mean, come on, man. If your kid, and again, the coaches, they want to be the influence. So they want you out of there. So again, but that's why you got to learn to trust. But everybody wants the fame, and y'all don't know. The higher y'all go, the more mess y'all gonna get involved in. So again, it's a lot there, man. So again, it's everybody's trying to go get that money.
Right. Lady D, your thoughts on this? Do you think sometimes parents can be a little bit overboard when it comes to their children's athletic prowess? Or exactly, Craig. And I did some on that. Do sometimes parents believe that their child is really better than they really are, and sometimes they go overboard?
According to my hard-headed ass deciding to do not shit with his life ass son, I was like that. Because I had multiple coaches telling, because I was like Britton, I was just realistic. My whole thing is I ain't got that kind of money. So I know you ain't going to the NFL. But if you have these multiple coaches trying to recruit you starting in 8th and 9th grade, there's a good chance you can just at least get an education out of people.
Right.
And his whole thing was, you just want me to do this for you. And I'm like, dumbass, I got a diploma and a degree. What this got to do with me? I'm trying to help your ass. And now he ain't even got a GED to his name. Y'all didn't hit a sore spot because I paid for so much select football and private coaching.
Wow.
Team mom stuff. And put hundreds and thousands of dollars in his ass. And he pretty much told me to kiss his. So you know what? I'm a little bitter. But yes, I think some parents can be over the top and overwhelming. I was more realistic of seeing that as a way to get him through college, because up until he decided he didn't want to be shit, he told me he loved it and was good enough at it to do something with it.
And you, Lady D, say that last part, Lady D.
But the other parents do need to calm down. I need my money back.
And you just made a very valid point. I think a lot of times now parents they feel, and rightfully so, you all invest a lot of money, especially when you talk about playing AAU. You playing these select teams. That ain't free. You got
going out of town.
Parents got you out of town. You traveling. That is a lot of money. So I think some of these parents feel like, well, I'm paying all this money. I should have the say so, and I should have the wherewithal to have a say so on how the coach plays my kid. But at the end of the day, if you're not the coach, sit in the stands, be supportive for your kid. And be realistic, just like Lady D and Brenton said. If you know your kid is okay, just push them that way. Say, hey, son or daughter, you good. Let's just get an education out of this deal. Let's not make no waves.
I want to add one.
We're not trying. We're not trying to come in here and have it our way like we're at Burger King. Let's not make no waves and get your education. Go ahead.
I just want to say I share your ire, Lady D. My son has college scouts looking at him. Played South Haven football. Had scouts look at him. When I relocated and moved to Atlanta, Georgia, I had a 2-bedroom townhouse apartment. Went out and bought furniture, everything. Had my son positioned as set to come here to play ball. Was gone not even 6 months. He became a dick sucker. So instead of taking care of...
This is a test. This is only a test.
Well, we just think you be going down the street, and then you just hit just a hard Cadillac.
I'm just saying, I'm positioning myself in all of the sports equipment, the trips, this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking he's gonna take care of my fat black ass. He perfected the art of sucking dicks.
For later.
So don't get me started.
Lee Black actually said that his son became an equipment manager. That's what he actually said. If you thought you heard what he said, no, he actually said his son became an equipment manager. And on that note, I'm gonna say it's always a great day to be a Green Bay Packers fan, no pun intended. And I'm gonna toss it back to you, Brother Britton.
I'm sick of it. I don't need to know. Just give it to him. Like, dang.
My God. Kenny, I told you wasn't winning. Rum and Fireball is having his day today, brother.
I was doing good till she went there.
I mean, just all the triggers.
I understand.
Oh my God. I see. Oh my goodness. Okay, we won't be talking about that no more this month. I'm sorry. We won't be talking about nobody else's kids this month, please. Whoa! Wow. All right, Kenny. Thank you so much for that.
You welcome.
Yes, I appreciate it. I mean, all right, we'll talk about Nike, but we won't talk about anybody's kids. All right, just come on, okay. Just we're gonna talk about grown people here, right? Okay. Yes, sir.
Craig, get off. Craig,
yes.
go. You log off, Craig.
Yeah,
you doing too much. Yeah, you doing too much.
Craig told me he was checking jockstrap. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, let me get myself. All right. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna tell on myself a little bit. I probably own about 12 pairs of Jordans because again, it just speaks to it's a problem because me growing up, my mama couldn't afford it.
No, bro, don't. I love sneakers too because my mom couldn't afford them. So I get where you coming from.
Yeah.
I get it.
Well, I had to explain it to my family. You know what I'm saying? Again, nobody didn't go without eating. That's just what I bought, right?
Right.
So, again, but apparently Mike tried to go back in the lab and produce Jordan 39 and
the GOAT, by the way. The GOAT.
He is.
We're gonna keep saying that.
He is, but man, he was a Billy Goat with that shoe. That shoe looked horrible.
You know what, Brother Britton? I have to agree with you. I was not happy with the looks of these new Air Jordan. I think 39s, is that what they're called?
Man, they should be 86s.
I don't like them, but no. I don't.
Man, listen. I didn't like every pair that he came out with, but I like 13 of them, and so I got a few of them, and I just they don't make them like they used to. So I don't know. Sister, are you a shoe fan? Well, tennis shoes. I'm pretty sure you got shoes. I see.
I'm not that bad. I got a designer shoe or two. I'm really not that bad. I'm really not that bad. I'm really not even that bad with bags and stuff like that. Like, but when I buy one or buy a pair, I buy the bag. And
you see in your closet,
but I don't get them that often. But I feel like if you say you have 12 or 13, that's really not that bad to me, especially for somebody that's got a job. Like. Yes. I know of kids in school, elementary school, middle school, with more Nikes than that. Right. I think you need to step your game up and triple it.
Well, no, I didn't say shoes. I just said just the Jordan brand. I have more shoes for sure. Yeah, but no, it's bad. I have my own closet.
But maybe
I'll be honest with you. I've never bought a pair of Jordan.
Like if they're ugly, maybe it's just a pair that you buy and maybe put on display, but just don't wear them.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Nah, Miss Carol, they ugly.
That's
Let me know when you see them. Jordan
seen 'em.
39. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen 'em.
Matter of fact, if y'all want to see him, Paulo Banchero, who plays for the Orlando Magic, he's wearing them.
Got
He's
them
wearing
right
the Air
now.
Jordan 39s.
Oh wow.
Right.
That's why they lose.
He started,
That's
yeah.
why they
So
lose.
if you want to see him, Paulo Banchero for the Orlando Magic is wearing them right now.
Right. And I'll just put on another hat and be Lee Black's press secretary right now. He don't wear them type of shoes. He never did. He won't ever buy them kind of shoes. So we don't even have to ask him about that no more. So
I've never bought some
thank you.
Jordans either. I've never bought any
bought
Jordans.
it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I hear you. And again, that's
I was
And
getting
but I want to comment on this.
oh yeah,
Brother
come
Brandon.
on. Yes, sir.
I want to comment on this. Say this. I've never been a brand person in general, even
Mhm.
at my height. When I was out there and I was king of clubs, I shopped at City Trends and bought $14.99 jeans. And I've never been a brand person. I literally brought my jeans home and fixed them up and did my thing. That's not my thing. Having said that, I agree with Lady D. There is nothing wrong with being loyal to a brand when you're a grown, responsible adult.
That's right.
Mhm.
Because we all have our things that we spend money on.
Right.
So whereas I am not a brand person to buy shoes, I'm not even a car person. I drive a Nissan Altima. I've never been, that's not my thing. Now, if you talking about, I do like clothes and I like liquor, I like to travel, and I like seafood. So at one point, I was eating crab legs every single weekend, spending $150 to $200 on crab legs every single weekend.
Man.
So that was my thing. So we like what we like,
Mhm.
So if you're paying your bills and you're responsible and accountable, and again, if I don't know nothing else about you, I know that you're responsible parent, father, husband. So shame on you if you don't buy some things that's going to bring some value to your life, because you can't take this shit with you. So my thing is, if that's your thing, bro,
Yeah.
she's right. Buy
Yeah.
you a couple of more pairs. But what are we working for?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm so glad my son wears size 14 and a half because he can't fit in my shoes. But I was still worried about that.
Your son wear 14 and a half.
Yeah, man.
How tall is he?
Right. How big is he?
6'3", 265, 270.
How old is your son, Brent?
He just turned 16.
Whoa.
16? No, he just turned
Nice.
17. He
How
said,
tall are you?
Wow.
I'm 6'1". But I'll still whoop that nigga.
Yeah.
Don't you get it
no.
twisted.
You
There you
say
go.
that now. I don't
No,
know, bro.
Listen, I'm okay. Hold on. Let me make this clear. I make sure he can hear me. I have the moment is here was he got a growth spurt during the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
And the moment I saw me having to look up at him, we didn't play wrestle no more.
I bet.
No, because again, when you little, you know what I'm saying, it's fun.
Right.
But when you get in my eye and up, then
Right.
you'll have a bad day and you'll think, I took daddy. No, don't you ever think. So
Right.
no. He said, Daddy, no, we don't wrestle no more. We don't play fight. No, sir, because
That's
what I want you to know, when I'm gonna give it to you, I'm gonna give it to you. And I'm gonna give it to you just like a grown man. So
Bravo.
we never play like that no more. So
Brittany,
yeah.
he better watch out. He better watch out for Carol the Cougar.
Well, listen, Carol. Now, listen. If he's anything like his daddy, you be careful, Carol. Because all right.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. She said that's a tall drink. Yes, ma'am. So yeah. But at that age,
Right.
They don't know how to scrub their gooch yet. So you gotta hold on for this.
This is a test. This is only.
And you ain't lied.
She gotta wash him up a little bit first.
Yeah, you gonna have to prep that thing like Thanksgiving dinner, honey, because it
Yes,
ain't gonna
sir.
be working. His mama. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing around.
Yes,
Yes.
The smell that come off.
You know what,
Brittany?
You know what, Brittany? I think you digging this gooch thing, Brittany. For some reason, this gooch thing got you intrigued.
Listen. Okay, we have to talk about this off stage. Because anyway, again, we all Capricorns at the end of the day. So you know. All right, sister, come on here. Let's get out these folks. Get out of here. Well, who business you in today?
Y'all know I can't stand this fool. So the fact that I'm about to talk about him, y'all
Right.
know I was truly
Right.
minding my business. The artist formerly known as Dumbass Kanye West explodes as he is named as a battery suspect by LAPD after punching a man who grabbed his barefoot emotional support companion, Bianca, while they were at Disneyland. The rapper said his wife was sexually assaulted by a perpetrator who shoved his hands under that AI robot he calls a wife's dress. They were at Disneyland last year, apparently, and she was walking around looking a fool like they always do, look like two big ass fools walking around and someone apparently grabbed her, put his hand under her dress, according to Kanye's rep, and assaulted her. And Kanye punched the dude. Now, we don't know if all that happened or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what happened, because of course they're gonna try to sue Kanye, as I would.
All right.
I'm gonna start with you, Black. Have you heard anything about this? And do you? I know we had a conversation recently about how kind of women carry themselves and how they are kind of paraded around. Do you think he was justified in punching this dude, or do you even believe the story that he said about she was assaulted?
I do not, only because every instance that I've seen, this is truly a person that's disturbed on some other level where he feels privileged. And I've seen paparazzi approach him. He wants the paparazzi when he wants to use them for his means. And then, you know, something is really wrong with this guy, him and his ugly ass wife. But what people need to understand is I miss the good old days when you leave crazy alone. You know, he's one of those people that if ever there was an instance where money and power has run somebody crazy, he's the epitome of it. And I view him in the same way I view Donald Trump. He's addicted to the power and the privilege and the attention, but at the same time, we've created that monster in a sense. And for the life of me, I don't understand the fascination with Kanye West. Let me be clear. I've never been a fan of his music. I've never thought he was that great of a rapper. There's not one lyric this man has ever spit that I thought, man, that shit is dope.
Wow.
There is nothing about him that I ever found that fascinating. Not his clothes, the Yeezys, anything. So I personally don't understand the attention that he draws and why the paparazzi continues to flock towards giving him free pub when he's done nothing to earn it. And in my estimation, he should be on that bus by himself. There's a couple of crazy MFers that you need to put on that bus and just let set sail for as far as they want to go. Him and Donald Trump need to be on the same bus.
Ken, for someone whose ego is as big as this dude's, do you think that someone could have even got close enough to him and that AI robot to assault her?
I'm with you guys. I don't think that could have happened, Lady D, because just again, like you say, I don't think he would allow anybody that close. But I have to say that if this story is true, and y'all can chalk this down, y'all can save this show. This would be the first time I ever be on the side of Kanye West. I have to give him props. If this story is legit, that's what you're supposed to do if someone is coming at your woman. That's
fair
what
enough.
you're supposed to do. That's fair enough. I can't say nothing bad about that if this story is true. But again, like my brother Lee Black, and I think Lady D, you kind of know, this story probably is missing some elements to it, and I don't think the whole truth is being told, because I don't think really nobody want to grab olive oil in a coochie anyway. But that's just my opinion. But yeah.
Well, Brenton, the fact that she's walking around Disneyland with no shoes on, her feet probably black as hell, you know her vagina ain't been washed in 30 summers. So do you really think somebody could go anywhere near that would, I'm gonna agree with Black on this one, that mustache snatch enough to grab it. And do you see him as a fashion icon and that he should be getting, like, is there anything you've seen them wearing straight out the Jetsons that you think makes him a fashion icon and this fashion genius that he claims to be?
Okay, you said a lot, and I'll try to address all of it. Number one, I believe if a person reading their own press was a person, it'd be Kanye. Like when he first came out, he had a cool look with the backpack and all that kind of stuff. And again, that wasn't just abnormal. Now to Black, his first couple of albums, going right before we got to the 2000s, yeah, I enjoyed him. But sure, if that's olive oil, well, she's walking around with Pluto, because I mean the stuff he got on looking like a big shaggy dog. I just think he took what people said about him and he let it get to the wrong space that again was not healthy, which was his head. He doesn't have a healthy mental space. And the problem is that when Black talking about there are two type of crazies. And you from them streets, if you know how to code switch, you know what the two type of crazies are. Kanye is not the crazy that we scared of. Kanye the one that we make fun of. Mm-hmm. Now there are people that are crazy that will show, again, to Kenny's point, right? Yeah, that may have been good, but the problem is the messenger don't tell the truth. So it's like, well, Kanye, we don't know if we believe that because you crazy. Right. And so that's the right, like we were talking about Amazon is proven. Kanye is disproven, right? He come out and say crazy things. You support people that, again, you'll talk about George Bush on one hand and you talk about Donald Trump on the difference. It's like, fool, what are you talking about, man? It's like, get yourself together, dude. So for me, Kanye West, in one word, he is, if somebody reading their own press was a person, it's Kanye West. That's all I can leave it at right there.
No, I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna talk to Dusty Toes real quick because she may never come across this video, but I'm gonna hip her to some game. Everybody who sees this woman says she looks like someone that's being manipulated, mistreated, just dog walked by this man who has admitted to having some sort of mental health diagnosis. Lady, let me tell you something. If you walk in a courtroom or to a lawyer's office right now and say that you've been surviving Kanye West, bitch, you'd be a millionaire. Run your dusty feet ass to a lawyer and sue him for $30 million that you've been trafficked and he been mistreating you and you've been afraid. And when people see you, because you do look scared as hell, you look like a robot. You could be a millionaire and you never have to walk around in them dumbass outfits ever again with his dumb ass. Run, girl, you'll be a millionaire. I only need 10%. Now I'm going to go back to minding my business. And I'm really not joking because this is the time for her to capitalize off of that and everybody would believe her.
Very true.
Kenny, you ain't got a chance. You ain't got a chance this Monday. It just
you can tell I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm letting Lady D. She the first leg on this relay. She the first leg.
She making up for this lost Monday.
I take that back. She the anchor leg on this relay. On this Monday.
Black beat me with that one. With that one segment. Sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, and I forgot to mention when we were talking about them Nikes, y'all see them new outfits they got the track girls wearing?
Yeah, I saw that.
I did see those. Yeah.
I mean, come on, y'all.
But there's an alternate. See,
okay.
There's an alternate outfit that they can wear too.
It better be
just that one. Yeah,
they're like they trying to sign them jokers up for OnlyFans.
Yeah, like what's going on?
Yeah, but it's an alternate outfit.
But
they didn't get on. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna be watching. You goddamn right. So,
I'm sorry.
Hey, Paris Olympics can't get here quick enough for my black.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's going.
That's
down.
what I'm waiting on.
Oh my god, the ratings are gonna be so
Track
high.
and field gonna be ridiculous.
Yes,
that's crazy.
But track women, track women got some of the beautiful.
Lord.
You know what?
All right.
Lady D. I don't want to be.
All right,
talking about
gentlemen.
Lady D.
Okay, gentlemen.
This
Thank
ain't
you.
locker room
Thank you,
talk.
gentlemen. Thank you. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up. I mean, just real quick, sister, because I wanted to know are we just taking away from the discreetness? I mean,
Well,
I know they
can remember a lot of outfits, even back in the day when I was in sports. Our track shorts were not necessarily tight, but they were short because you have to wear a certain type of outfit to be able to run. I mean, even a lot of men be walking around in damn near booty shorts for sports. So,
Lady D, do you have any of those pictures when you was running track?
This is a test.
That's my dog.
so this man can remember now. Come on, man. Mr. Devin, we sorry, sir. No, Kenny's drinking.
No disrespect.
That's my brother.
No disrespect. No disrespect.
That's my brother.
Kenny's drinking.
To the hubby.
I know. I still love it when Kenny drink though. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, all right. Yes. All right. Okay. So then, but because I think Serena kind of, Serena knew what she was wearing when she was wearing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, now we're talking about black women versus white women bodies, man. So black women, they shouldn't have to feel like they can't wear certain things because they are built proportionally different than white women. So that's really the issue. It ain't about the costume. It's about the okay, where we going?
Yes, no, I'm not disagreeing with you, but Brother Kenny, there are some that honestly know what they're doing and take it to the next level too. With wearing stuff that they know coming out that's going to draw that attention. Because they know they're bringing in and I don't blame them. And in this age again, we just talking about selling your old brand. I can't wait to see Sha'Carri Richardson and some of these fat pussy hoes walking around with these outfits. Oh my God, I can't wait. Gymnastics too.
I'm sick of both of y'all. Don't worry about it. Okay. Well, thank you, sister. I really wanted to kind of get the input on that position. All right. So listen, y'all. Let's keep it moving.
Can I say something?
Yeah. Oh wait, it's your show.
I thought about this.
I'm scared.
Last week when y'all was talking about, or we was talking about women, and I think it was the coach and her attire or something. Because women we're told a lot that we dress for attention, especially if you have a nice body and you work for that body. You want to be able to show it off, without some unwarranted attention. Because you can look as long as you don't touch or don't be, disrespectful. But can we talk about how y'all wait until a certain time of the year come up and you start wearing them sweatpants with your print hanging? You walk around in them tight ass shirts and them tight ass pants with that too short or whatever, with your print and your balls being hugged. You can't even have kids no more from walking around like that. Or you wear them basketball shorts with your snake flailing left and right because you want somebody to see it. Even the ones with the little bitty ones try to show their teeth. And so y'all do the same goddamn thing, and y'all try to talk about people walking around cutting your shirt off when you got t-shirts on, trying to show your little muscles because you finally got them at 30 years old. Whatever. Y'all do the same stuff. We just got to make sense not to talk about you out loud, because I sure be looking at y'all print just like y'all look at our ass. Better believe it.
I'm sick of that.
I thought you was finna be
Bravo, sis.
Nobody said that. Again, all men are not being unwarranted, and we're not diminishing what you are. I just said when it comes to that spotlight. That's all I was saying. But okay, all right.
Bravo. I ain't got nothing to say. Bravo, sis.
Waited a whole week to give us all that. No problem.
Hey, touche, Lady D. Touche.
All right. I'm talking about retirement now. So look at those prints. Look at those prints. You look at those prints.
I look at the retirement prints.
Yeah, look at those prints. Yeah. They be free balling now. Them overalls on.
see what that gooch do.
I did not want that kind of visual. Thank you. That's an old gooch, right? So listen,
oh Lord have mercy.
They said there's a lot of people over the age of 75 that's still out here working.
Mhm.
And is that the age of retirement now? 75? It's still
No.
in the 60s, ain't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I think
Well,
it's 67, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
67, right?
Yep.
So apparently, since the pandemic, it has offered. Well, and I think there's a lot more reason for that too. I get because these Z's, they catching all the Z's, and again, it's affording these older people, but they're still being discriminated. But apparently, Social Security is like almost 90% of most people these ages retire their income, and so they need. And then things are so high now, and then here it is. They are projecting. Oh, she said it's 70. Okay. Oh, you do? Well, congratulations.
She
Yes,
said,
ma'am.
yeah, she said
She's
she's
still working at 70. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're talking right up your alley then, sister. Well, apparently, there are experts that are saying, Social Security is going to run out in the next 6 years, 2030. And again, it makes no sense why we're at this point, but I get it. But I'm just thinking to you guys, are we consciously aware of this? And we're not going to put ourselves in that type of position, are we?
Can I answer that?
Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
No, this is the God's honest truth, and some of the biggest reasons. You look at Miss Carol says she's still working at 70. My brother-in-law's sister, my brother-in-law, and my sister still work. And they're up in age, and my brother who's retired and going back to work. There's reasons. The pandemic exposed a few things. Number one, people discovered, and I've talked about this on this show many times. When you look at America and what's changed, especially with Gen Z and Gen Y, they discovered post-pandemic that they don't want to go back to work. The workplace has changed.
Sure.
Number one. And so a lot of people prefer to be influencers and create their own this, that, and the other. And they're getting off the rat race. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Having said that, a lot of older Americans are working because of the health insurance.
Right.
To be perfectly honest with you, there's a reason why when you go to Target and you go to Walmart and you see that greeter, these are people. These aren't people that are necessarily wanting to get up every morning, but group insurance is something else.
Right.
That they can take advantage of. Add to the fact that look at these shelter cities like New York City where they have migrant issues. The government, while they're giving $95 billion to Ukraine, they're also awarded Social Security benefits to these same migrants for 7 years, folks.
Yeah.
See, these deals get packaged in between the little slick shit that they do. So these are people who haven't poured not one single red cent into the American government system, but they are qualified to receive Social Security benefits and welfare benefits for up to 7 years. They get pushed ahead of the list of hardworking Americans and our school systems and everything else. So when you look at the fact that older Americans and inflation is going up, people are having to work longer to make ends meet because inflation, bread, gas, food prices, those things have gone up, and where the Social Security benefits are just frankly not going to be there for us. I'm 56 years old. I truly do not expect for Social Security to be there for me.
It won't be.
And so I'm fully prepared that I have to take advantage of it. Last point I want to make, because the younger generations have decided that they don't want the jobs, the only silver lining in this, folks, is that it's made me more viable.
Right.
I was living in true fear 20 years ago that I would age myself out of the market because I thought I would be facing younger counterparts that would be educated like me and have the abilities like me. But what has happened is this has just happened just today. Just today, I received a promotion and this, that, and the other a couple of weeks ago. And my boss, I was going to mention my government name, we're so glad to have you because the younger counterparts can't do what I do.
Yeah.
They don't bring to the table my work ethic, my education, my background, and my experience. And for that, I'm grateful that if I want to, for the next 15, 20 years, I can sit on my fat black ass and work from home and do a job that they don't want to do.
Yeah. Now, sister, I'm going to let you know. Because what Miss Carol is saying is right. She just needed something to stay active and she just wanted extra money that doesn't even affect her bills, right? So again, I mean, is that another option? I mean, I know you ain't working past 75. So.
I hope not. But I know for like my mom, she need a damn job because for one, she still want to live the same lifestyle that she was living when she was working. And as a result of that, my sister and I are having to supplement by buying groceries and paying cell phone bills and other bills, mowing the yard. And I'm sick of that. And two, I want her to get a job for socialization because since my stepdad died, I think about a year ago, she's made comments about being like lonely and stuff like that.
Wow.
So I think it also offers the ability to socialize because she does go to church, but I'm kind of sick of that because I feel like she's spending too much money on tithing. And if you're on an income, you can't afford to pay to go to church. And it is exactly what I just said. She can't afford to pay to go to church. So I would like for her to do something that benefits her socially, but also financially, so we could chill out. I plan to try to set myself up before then to live well below my means, unlike her, because we shouldn't still have mortgages at 65. We shouldn't have car notes at 65. We should just be living to make it at that age. My income should be for that damn poker table, for that roulette table, whatever I want to spend it on. I don't want to have all the same types of bills that I had then. And I also don't plan on taking care of no sorry ass kids when I'm 65 and they grown. It's the truth. I know a lot of older people that are still supporting their adult children when I think it should be the other way around. But a lot of people that I've talked to, either at my job, for instance, they're either working because they have adults that they're still caring for or grandkids that they're raising and their great grandbabies, or they feel like they need to have purpose because they're single and the kids are grown and gone. So
Kenny, slice that mic drop moment of the show.
That's true.
That part needs to be heard, what she just said.
Everything Lady D just said. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, listen, yes. So what you're saying is 100% true. And again, everybody's not going to be as, thoughtful about this process. So, I mean, Kenny, what will be because again, and again, we're speaking that all things are well, like you're in good health, like you're still in your right mind, right? But again, for those people that are not, man, I mean, that poverty line is going to get really ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's where the playing field, the goal, as they say, the goalpost moves, because everybody isn't playing under the same rules. So and everybody has their own personal situation. Again, the pandemic, like Brother Black says, that really changed the game for a lot of us, I would say, especially for our age group, me and Brother Black, because it definitely, I can honestly tell you, I know if the good Lord give me 20, 25 more years, I'm damn sure going to be working up until I'm in my 70s, because I took a hit. I took a hit. So I get it. So everybody's situation is going to be different. But my thing is, you have to make a plan. I think at the end of the day, after all the shit that's going on, after all the stuff that's going on, you got to make a plan. If it has to have this plan, put it down on paper and execute it. That's all you can do at this point.
That segment.
Devin, I think even for the point what you talking about tithing with your mama, I think we're gonna have to go on and push that show up pretty soon, just because we just got to have this conversation.
Yes,
this
sir.
is crazy.
Yes, sir.
But I just want to give a few tips. You know what I'm saying? This show is we're always trying to push the envelope for just empowering ourselves. Number one, y'all teach our kids to take out insurance on y'all. Parents and grandparents.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I F around and wind up dead. My kids get insurance on me. I don't think so. I might get insurance on their ass.
Right.
Okay, well, I mean, fair enough. but at least I'm just giving them maybe everybody but Devin's family. Everybody else kids. Y'all tell y'all kids to take out some insurance policy on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just 100,000. Because again, they're gonna waste money anyway. So might as well do something smart, right? And then, and again, and invest again. But we gotta just teach. I just help folks, right? Just because again, we trying to play catch up to our counterparts. They've been doing life insurance policies. I mean, since what Ford was president. So you know what I'm saying. So again, so just to help, man, because the government's not gonna take care of us. So you gotta do it yourself. So all right. Well, yeah, that was good. Okay, well, let me quickly get to this, and then we'll just move on. So Freddie Haynes was taking Reverend Jesse Jackson's place at the Rainbow Coalition.
Excuse me.
Gone now. I don't know what the heck happened, but apparently he looked at the books and they look like Trump.
Typical nigga-ish, I'm sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
And that's
and I don't like to use that word, but in this case, that's probably what it was.
Thank you.
And I know people hate for us to say, man, y'all ragging on black folks. I ain't ragging, you just being honest.
Just being honest.
Yeah, listen, Jesse.
Freddie Haynes ain't about that. He ain't about being. If y'all know who Freddie Haynes is, y'all look him up. Freddie Haynes about that business.
Yeah. And listen, that was he gonna take the hit for what it looked like, but whatever it was, he said I wasn't fooling with whatever was going on in there. And again, Reverend Jesse Jackson come from the old school preachers. That's my money. If I raise it, if Devin's mama is paying the Jesse the preacher, well, listen, all he getting is Social Security. He need to. So I that's just an old way of doing things. And like he said, and whoever been eating off that little money, they still there. And they like, nah, man, we ain't gonna. And Freddie said, I'm not paying y'all bills, fool. y'all just better let it make it. So I just found that interesting. I can't wait. I just want to bring it up. So when we do get more information through the follow-up, I want to be able to talk about it a little more because there's something funny going on here, but we'll eventually find out. And when we do, I just want to have a conversation about it. So yeah, we'll just talk about it later. All right, listen. So we've been talking about this money and this retirement and Gooch and just okay. I'm gonna get up. Look, I knew because you you was looking away. I knew I was gonna get your attention there. But so I just really want to have a conversation. Listen, I'm talking to a family of very secure. We don't struggle with our worth. So I had a few questions to ask that maybe we can just add to the conversation, right? So apparently, people have this struggle about valuing their worth or who and what determines your worth. And so I just wanted to just ask a couple questions to the family and just give some clarity about this conversation. So Black, I mean, when it comes to who determines your worth?
Me.
I know it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Oh.
Yeah. I got more.
Ready for me to go.
Yeah, I got more, but I just want to make sure, Kenny, because I'm trying to make a point. For anybody that watches this show, Kenny, who determines your worth? Yes, sir. Just for the record, sister. Listen, honey, I know you full of it, but who determines your worth, honey?
Me.
That's it, right? Okay, so then what is the struggle, Black? What are people struggling with? And again, I know the obvious. Yeah, man, I know the obvious answer. And again, yes, y'all should stop people pleasing. That's number one. But again, what's the struggle then? Is it us? Is it them? What is it?
Ooh, for me, the answer, my brother, is that we no longer. I'm sorry.
No, I was just speaking of Miss Curl.
Oh,
yeah.
I think the answer that I see is that we no longer instill in the younger generations that self-confidence, that self-worth and accountability. And so that's why I was quick to answer that way, because D.L. Hughley, and he's probably not coined this phrase, but I watch him all the time, and he says the only place you can't rent space in is up here.
Yeah,
we don't truly own anything.
Right.
People say, I own my house. This you still have to pay taxes on it and the land, this, that, and the other. The only thing you can't rent space in is here. When I wake up every day and I thank God for being here and being up and able The only thing I truly have full control of is this. It's me. And so my thing is nobody can tell me what I'm worth. Now, that is a blanket statement. Having said that, there are degrees to this game, you know, because do I feel like my company is paying me what I'm worth financially? Absolutely not. But I've made the agreement to work for that. So when Taraji P. Henson is bitching and moaning about this and that, hey, talk to your manager, this and that. I accepted the position. So we have different levels that you determine my self-worth. And one of those in which I'm willing to compromise on is financially. They're not paying me what I'm worth, but I'm giving you an honest day's worth, no more, no less. So you're not going to slave me out. Without getting too long-winded in that, I'll say this. My self-worth is determined by who I am and what I bring to the table every day. And that's determined for me about my relationship. You have whatever your priorities are. And my priority is set that God and myself, you know, those are the entities, believe it or not, as much as the effery and foolishness that I do, I have a personal relationship with God that I cultivate. I'm a work in progress. Having said that, my self-worth is what it is. And so I'm not willing to let anybody treat me less than what I feel like I deserve. But if I enter into an agreement, whether that is sexually, financially, socially, mentally, emotionally, that's my decision that I'm willing to make. So when I take a piece of snatch that's beneath me, that's because I wanted it. When I take a job that I'm willing to do, I'm going to give you that part of it, you know? So I'm willing to compartmentalize parts of that. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I settle upon being able to, when I hit this button and turn this computer off, I'm very satisfied and happy that when I go back in there, I've lived a fulfilled day, and my worth has not been compromised because I'm going to get mine.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. I thought you was going to turn that Cadillac a little farther. Good. You just hit a little dip. Sister. All right. Hey, Black brought up something. I was going to ask you something else. I'm going to ask you this then. So how do you determine your wealth? Like, what do you attach to your worth? Like, how do you gauge it?
You know what's funny? I feel like my worth increases the older I get, and I think that has just come with experience and wisdom, and just kind of figuring out who I am. Because there was a time when I didn't have a lot of self-worth. Because you can't have a lot of self-worth and let people treat you a certain way. So even now, I know my worth because y'all know I talk ish. But I, like Black said, the word I was going to use is I still find myself compromising in lots of areas because of what I get out of it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still in the background talking ish about I know my worth. And when I'm done with you, you know, so, and that's in family relationships, friendships, employers or whatever, you still feel like you will never actually get what you're worth in many aspects in your life. So but I feel like as long as I'm reassuring myself of my worth, then I'm fine.
Right. Yeah. No, again, yeah, because a lot of times, you know, and this is just a principle, not so much as just a statement, but you know, the clothes don't make you, you make the clothes.
That's right.
That's a principle, although it's a statement. But it's telling you that, listen, it doesn't matter what you have on, as long as what you got on, you wear it well, and you wearing it for the purpose it was intended. So that's it. So again, yeah. So for me, Kenny's coming back. So I appreciate what you all are saying. So when Kenny get his headphones untangled, I'm gonna ask him something. Kenny.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sorry
yeah. So
I had to take an intermission.
Yes, sir. Listen, everybody got to drain that weasel. So listen, I know you say that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. It. Okay. So listen. What's that you look at her, she's looking for Prince. Got him. So listen. Okay. Okay. I was doing good. Let's do this. So, Kenny, what type of people should you surround yourself, or is it important to surround yourself with people of like-mindedness when it relates to self-worth?
Oh man, most definitely. I was just reading something about when you get to a certain place in wherever in your life, you got to be able to recognize those that are rooting for you and those that are like-minded and those that really are just tagging along. You got to cut loose the dead weight. So you definitely have to be with someone or a group or whatever. I ain't big on being with a group. I've never been that type of cat that feel like I had to roll with a crew. I'm cool with having maybe one or two cats that I kick it with. And I still keep my eye on them too. Because a lot of times dudes be hating more than but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But anyway, but far as what's your worth, man, as far as black love, I would say this, because in relationships, from that perspective, that we always talk about who's bringing what to the table. And so when you have that conversation, a lot of times when you meeting someone and y'all have this talk, so you're laying everything on the table. So somebody's gonna feel like they worth more than what you putting on the table.
Yeah,
that's the unfortunate thing about that. What's your worth? But my thing is, as an individual, you always got to be confident in what you bring, and hopefully that you can meet that same person that teamwork makes the dream work. Where she ain't tripping on, okay, maybe you ain't bringing what I would want, but I see something that we connect with. Let's connect. Let's bring us up together and shit. Let's win this thing. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, great points, y'all. Ultimately, I want us to take this with us about our worth. Again, if you heard it, who determines your worth? It's you.
Right.
And if people around you don't see your worth, then you remove yourself from that situation. Number two, never attach your self-worth to things or others' emotions. Never. So some people attach their worth to their money, their job, what the materials that they have. Those things will fade, right? Because again, that's not what makes us worthy, right? So again, if you're in a relationship and that person, that's why we got to stop all this jacking around with people that don't mean us any good, right? Make sure that the person you're with at least values what you are bringing to the table. Because if you know what you got and it's not what they want, well, then y'all need to part ways. Other than that, appreciate the person you with. And again, the 80-20 rule. If they give you 80% of what you got and you want 20 other percent, well, again, you got to compromise. And so again, that's from people in this family that know their value and they know why we got to this space. So y'all just keep that in mind, right? So yeah, which say, Kurt, absolutely. When not appreciated, move on. That's it.
Regardless of who it is.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now wait, that's loaded. What you talking about?
Man, there's so many crooks and turns we can take.
What specifically are you talking about when you say that, sister?
I'm saying anybody, friends, your mama, daddy, kids, cousins, sister, brothers.
I agree. I agree. And I like the fact that you made that you reached that conclusion. The older you get, you come to that realization.
Right. It wasn't about romantic. You talking about just relationships and period, like family.
Y'all think about the fact of how many times you've heard blood is all that counts, family is all you got, blood thicker than blood, and you get all this crap that you don't ever turn your back on family and over that.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I agree. Even in relationships, I'm more defined now than ever about what I bring to the table, what my expectations are, and who's going to infiltrate my world. So that's even more so now.
And you know what's funny? I'm different on that, Black, because I'm kind of more open to trying to figure out where do I fit in when we talk about what I bring to the table. Because I think
we're saying some of the same things. I'm open-minded to the possibilities, but I think we're saying the same thing. But at the same time, I'm not going to compromise where I'm at
Right.
this
Oh, yeah.
station in life.
Right.
Am I open to a situationship now that I wouldn't have been 5 years ago? Sure. But would I be willing to take on a woman that's got 3 kids? No. I look at my income combined with what she's bringing to the table. I'm not willing to go back to eating ham sandwiches and shit when I can eat steak and seafood just because of love.
Gotcha.
What you're saying, but I want you to also to everybody who's listening, you're okay with being by yourself though too.
Completely.
Yeah, and that's what people got to realize when you have that level of self-worth, you're gonna probably be by yourself a lot of times.
Yeah.
And that's just the honest.
I complete me because I complete me.
Yes, sir. He love him some him, y'all, for
I
sure.
do.
Yeah,
And
but goddamn, I didn't say this before. I love me some me too, but damn it, I'm sick of my damn company sometimes. Shit. All these great jokes,
that's where we're
all
changing.
these great jokes and all this great comedic humor I got. All I'm gonna give it to is myself.
That's where we're
else.
we're the flip side of the coin. Because for me, I'm that 10 to 3 person. I need a little bit of that mustard snatch every now and then, and that's good for me.
And I'm gonna need you to put on some gray sweatpants and go to Target.
Y'all, I'm sick of all of y'all. Get it? Listen, I don't. You two up there on 2 totally different trajectories.
Yeah.
Okay? Listen, you got way less mileage on that ding dong than he do. Okay, so just
you got there right on that.
That's what I'm saying. So that's
I got some, but I ain't got what he got. But I damn sure ain't got what
I'm just saying, from eating crabs to all that, just
and having crabs.
They go 300,000 miles. He ain't worried about what y'all.
Hey, Black that ate crabs and had crabs at the damn same time. Boy, ain't that some
True.
True. True. Oh shit. Okay, all right. Oh my goodness. I turned that shit. My fault, y'all. Okay, listen. The man who loves him some him, y'all. This is time, and so I'm gonna let him have it. Please. This is gonna be interesting. I'm ready to hear what this has to be. The last toxic man.
I'll be as quickly as I can. Some segments, I try to make them generic enough to where it's inclusive. This is one of those segments for me that I want to state right off the bat. My views are my own, So when you hear the term toxic male, that's not an acceptable term in 2024. We as a culture, as a society, we're moving away from that. And this is where I'm going to embrace it wholeheartedly. I did a story on TFG Ratchet in case you guys want to check it out on Dwayne Wade painting his nails today, this, that, and the other. And I also shared a same story today as well on Lil Uzi Vert, who performed at Coachella. And he showed up in 2 surprising outfits. He came out in this outfit with a purse and nails, this, that, and the other. What does this have to do with what I'm talking about, folks? There's a difference for me between self-care, which Dwayne Wade talks about, that he's been doing his nails ever since 2007, and that he's all about self-care. He even threw in the mix Michael Jordan. I'm not going to make this about him because, like I've told people before, I am a very big fan of Dwayne Wade. What I'm not a fan of is when you trying to water down and emasculate men. And that, for me, is where the problem comes into play. And that's because when I look around and I look at the circumstances that's happening out here, I'm very disturbed at the situations where we have already removed God out of schools. We've removed corporal punishment and discipline out of homes. And now I see a disturbing trend where we're trying to emasculate men. And this is not a slight at the LGBT community, but if you want to call me a toxic male, then I guess I will be. Because for me, where I'm at and where I sit on this situation is the fact that I still believe in gender roles. I still am a firm believer in the fact that there are things that men just don't do. There's a big difference between getting your toenails painted and getting your nails painted. I'm not against manicures by any stretch of the imagination. And so to say that somebody is a metrosexual, I'm okay with that. We just talked about on this segment. I think we owe it, the previous segment, we owe it to ourselves to be good to who we are. I work for a living, so you want to go get, a manicure, pedicure, everything. Don't mask it, though, in the fact that you want to explore your sexuality. That's the problem that I have with it. And I think what I'm witnessing is the emasculations of black men. And I'm sorry if I'm the only one standing out here on a limb saying that. It's bad enough that African Americans only make up 14% of the population. And of that, a good 7% of us are incarcerated. So the few of us that are left out here that are African American men, you want to destroy a people, you destroy them from within. The tactics have changed, folks. It's gone from putting a dope dealer in a liquor store in every corner to simply preventing us from being able to procreate because we as men now are not considered men. We live in a society now where they're telling us there's more than two genders. We live in a society now that it's being preached and taught to us, our children especially, that we're supposed to be okay with gender fluidity. Folks, I'm going to keep it real with you. I am a Neanderthal. I'm a chauvinist. And I'm old school. I am not subscribing to the theory that it's okay for men to carry purses, dress feminine, twitch, and this, that, and the other. If you want some dick, say you want some dick. You want to suck a dick, that's okay. I personally don't believe there's a such thing as gay and straight. I think people like what they like when they like it. But there is a small segment of us out there that's also okay with saying it's okay to still being masculine, to still being a male, to still saying that there are certain things that's not acceptable. And for that community out there that wants to blow the doors off of the windows and say that we're supposed to accept everything, you preach acceptance, but you're the most intolerable people in the world. So if you want me to accept you, then I need you to accept me as I am. So I'm the Black Archie Bunker. I'm that guy that's saying that you can't suck a dick a couple of times and say that it's okay. It's still okay to like pussy, and I said it, and I'm not holding back from it. And I don't think it's okay to dress feminine. And so when you're Dwayne Wade and you're an icon and you're a Hall of Famer and you're setting examples for people out there, don't water the subject down about trying to create narratives about you did it because Michael Jordan. Don't include him in that. Just say you want to suck some dick and I'm okay with that and I respect you at that. And yes, I said it.
More than once. Thank you, sir.
My guy, my brother.
Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. We'll move on to final thoughts. Thank you, sir. Great show, man. I cannot stress how much I appreciate spending this time with you guys. I feel like I go on vacation and then I'm finna go back to my family in a moment that, again, I'm just teasing. But man, thank you so much for all that you all do for us. I am a fan. Not only am I a host, but I'm a fan of listening to you all speak. So thank y'all so much. So it's final thoughts time. Brother Kenny, you lost this race tonight, but you know what I'm saying?
That's all right.
You almost came in. You almost came in. You almost came in second. I said you almost came in second until Lee did his segment, and then you in third now. So.
And I'm okay with losing with my family, man. Y'all gonna have to bear with me because this my final thoughts. It ain't gonna be too long. I'm gonna try to condense it, but I'm gonna give some flowers to each one of my co-hosts on this show. I got to give y'all some flowers, and I believe in this because it just came to me. I got to start with my guy Lee Black. I know a lot of those that view Lee Black, Real Talk for Real Men, and TFG Ratchet, he gonna say something that's gonna probably have you pissed off, and you're gonna be like, I'm unsubscribing and I'm doing this and doing that. But you gotta respect where he's coming from. And I'm gonna tell Lee Black right now, I'm gonna always rock with you. I'm gonna support whatever you're doing because you are who you are, and that's all that matters. We just did a segment about what's your worth. You know what your worth is? Being your authentic self. And Lee Black is his authentic self. And those in the comments that may feel a certain type of way about what he say, you can kick rocks, because we're gonna rock with that's our dude. We're gonna rock with him. And I support Lee Black 110% because he's my brother from another mother. And I gotta talk about the host, Mr. Brent Haynes, who keeps this thing together. I know we can come on here and get to acting a little crazy, and Brent Haynes is a man of God. And he's a man of God. You hear me? But you know what I love about Brenton is he doesn't judge us. He loves us for who we are. And he lets us be who we are. And he comes on here and he's like, let's do this. This my team. Let's rock. And so Brenton, you didn't know me from a can of paint, but there's one thing that I always remember, man. You came and supported me. You and Lamar supported me in my time of grief that I'm still dealing with when the loss of my ex-wife.
Yes, sir.
Y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all didn't know me. You didn't know me from a can of paint. But I will always remember that. And I appreciate that, brother, for sure. Yes, and this TFG tonight is good. Is rocking. And then Lady D, the beautiful lady of the crew. You already know how we feel about you. I don't know how you put up with these three men every Monday night. All this testosterone, we talking crazy. But you hold your own, and we respect you to the utmost, 110%. We would never disrespect you. And it's the one thing that you said one time on the show, is that you said that if you was walking down the street and you saw us three on the other side of the street, you would not feel uncomfortable because you know what type of men we are, because you know that we respect women. I will always remember that. And then that also gives something to how we were raised as well as Black men, to respect Black women. And we're going to always respect our Black sisters. So, Lady D, you always going to have we got you. You know, you are, and can't nobody mess with you. We got you. So I'm going to always remember that. So I had to give my flowers to my crew tonight, because I just felt like sometimes we take each other for granted. And y'all know, I done lost a lot. I done lost a lot since 2020. Yeah. I done lost a lot of people that I love that's no longer physically here with me. So y'all my family. I still got my blood family, but I've lost a lot. So I don't ever want to let a moment go by when I can't give flowers to the ones that I care about while they're living, because this definitely doesn't mean the same when they're laying in that casket. So those are my final thoughts.
Man, love you for that, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. All right, sister. He done put a little bar on there, so now you can't act crazy.
I know, right? So I'm not gonna do it. But I appreciate that a lot, kid. You know, I appreciate all y'all. Black, congrats on the promotion.
Yeah, man.
So kudos for that. And I also, because my final thought is related to what your segment was on, Black. But first, I want to say, what I appreciate about this platform is I like that everybody can still be themselves. I know there was a time, Black, where you were thinking about not doing this anymore because you felt offensive. I'd rather someone express their opinion and everybody respect it. I feel like this platform is Kitchen Table Talk Live. Everybody is saying how they really feel, what they really think. And I think you can respect someone's opinion without always necessarily agreeing, because we are all four different personalities. So we don't necessarily have to agree. And my final thought is kind of what you were saying about Lil Uzi. I thought it was weird. I did. I thought it was weird. But I also wondered in my mind if what I was seeing was somewhat of an evolution of just the times. Because when I start to think back, when I start to think back to even like women, there was a time where we weren't even allowed to work outside of our house. We definitely weren't allowed. And when we were only allowed to do quote unquote woman jobs, housekeeping, nanny. And now we working in Amazon plants and driving UPS trucks. And we can and I feel like for a lot of dudes, I remember growing up, there were always men I would encounter that were sort of feminine, that acted a little feminine. But because that wasn't accepted, they never carried themselves that way. As a woman, thank God I'm no longer dating. But if I was, I would appreciate these dudes being themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like expressing and showing that you are a feminine dude, because that's not something I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to a more of a masculine man. So I actually appreciate stuff like that. I don't want to walk in the house and find my man wearing my heels and shit. Like, I'd rather you be yourself and stay out of my makeup than feel like you need to to hide it. So what I'm seeing is maybe a little bit of evolution. You know, Dwayne Wade gonna come out the closet one day, in my opinion. I don't know if dude gay, but I really feel like he's living vicariously through his daughter. When he just needs to become his daughter and leave everybody else alone. And I think his wife, in my opinion, she want to be a WNBA player. So I just think they should be themselves and quit worrying about what society thinks about them. So I think a lot of what we're seeing is evolution. And when I think about the Generation Z and like my daughter, I don't want her dating a dude that's going to be wearing her drawers. I need him to be himself so then she can pick what she's actually looking for. Then back in the day, when I think of men who used to be a little fruity, we knew something wasn't right there, but he couldn't come out because that wasn't acceptable. Right. You know, androgynous people, they've been around forever. When you think of Prince and people like that. And so a lot of them people are just, a lot of them are just androgynous. And that's my opinion.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this because you said a lot of big words, and so
which brings me to my close. While there's always been levels of androgyny, that's where my problem comes into play. It's one thing for it to be a fringe element, than for it to become the norm. And so while we've evolved to a place where that's the norm, that's my problem. So that's what makes me a toxic male. It's because I stand on, you have to stand for something or you're going to fall for everything. For me, when I step up and I want to see a movie and I'm stepping up to the marquee and everything, I know if I want to see a horror movie or a comedy or a drama or science fiction or whatever, don't confuse me because that makes it hard for heterosexual males like me. I happen to live in a city that's the Black Hollywood, and my sexuality gets questioned all the time because of the fluidity and the nature of where we've evolved to. And I know I'm out here standing out here shouting at the rain on my own, but that's where, for me, we become a society that's so afraid to stand out on our own because we talked about earlier about groupthink. And I've never been a person of groupthink. I'm perfectly fine with going left when 100 people is going right. If that's the road I'm going down and that's the road I'm going down, I'm okay with that. And so my thing is we become so desensitized and so politically correct that nobody wants to stand up and truly say, this dude is this, that, or the other. And we've even eliminated certain terms that we're not supposed to say. I'm Blatcher Archie Bunker. I still say midget, faggot, nigga, and all that shit. Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. Crazy, still crazy. I don't want to hear these fucking political terms. Excuse me, folks, that be saying that, you know, he's mentally challenged. Are you fucking crazy? And if you suck dick, you suck dick. Say that. I'm okay with that. I don't believe there's a such thing as gay and straight. I think people like what they like when they like it, but that's okay. And don't color the lines. Just say that. Don't disguise it. You know, I don't want to see the colors of the rainbow, even though I'm okay with gay people. But don't make it so convoluted that we don't know what's what. When I sit down to have a meal, folks, I want to know if I'm eating steak. Don't give me no damn near meat. I want to know what the hell I'm eating.
Thank you. Okay. Yes. All right. Boy, if you didn't just have an old man moment, I mean, I started to put this back up there. I
am the last toxic male. Yes, I am. That's why I said that. Because I know everything that was going to come out of my mouth is not politically correct. It's not accepted. And I love what you said, Brother Kenny. I get people on just as sometime I raise up on TFG Ratchet and I get a few members and they come forward and they say, you know, I'm unsubscribing. Good riddance. Go to hell on. Go rub peanut butter on yourself if you want to. I don't need your monkey ass anyway because I got room today to fight back. This is my goddamn platform and this is what I believe. You don't have to subscribe to me. Just don't pay my bills.
All right, where's that old missionary to give us that old 100 Father? Get that mic from that deacon. Get that mic from that deacon. All right, deacon. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Listen, great show. Thank you all, family, for being on with us. Always a pleasure. We're gonna work on that church show. We're gonna work on it because we need.
Yeah, I might have to put the red cup to the side for that show. I might have to take some communion or get re-dipped. I'm gonna have to get re-dipped for that show.
Well, listen, we got 2 preachers and a missionary, so again, we're gonna make it work. So, all right. Well, listen, I have a quick question for y'all because I don't want to prolong the time. So, what would be the definition of a bad day? If you say I had a bad day today, what happened that day?
Well, it could be a day one of them ladies went down and that gooch wasn't clean.
See, Lady D, some of them don't want me to clean that goose. So depends on perspective.
Can the New Jack City focus?
Depends on perspective.
Okay, yes, sir. All right, Kenny, what is a bad day in your definition? My goodness.
If I thought I hit the gooch as best as I could and she decided to come up, that could be a bad day.
Yeah. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it, man. Hey, man, we're gonna do that show pretty soon, man. So talk about religion for you. Okay, Kent, I ain't gonna ask Lee no more. He went with.
I had to stay with the
I'm
gooch.
done.
Everybody threw the gooch out there, so I just left the gooch out there.
I'm sick of
Oh yeah, you just messed up my whole show. Okay, well listen, maybe this boy got a dirty gooch so here it is, ladies and gentlemen. If your gooch is stank, this is probably what's gonna end up happening to you right here. So take a look, ladies.
I don't care. I'm down.
Yeah, see his gooch was out. See,
The gooch is loose.
How does that happen?
How the hell?
what? He didn't have his worth. Okay, or maybe he was overdue on his golf bill. Who knows? Maybe he wasn't ready to retire. I don't know what the problem is. But ladies and gentlemen, listen. If you're having a bad day, listen. There's someone out there that's always having a worse day than you. That's the bottom line of the story.
You got that right.
So listen, if you ain't got hit by no golf cart while you golfing, just know somebody had a worse day than you did. All right. So listen, on behalf of all these Gucci inspectors and toxic masculinity and folks don't want to take care of their kids no more. It just we're gonna tell y'all good night and we'll see y'all next Monday. We out.